Have you ever wondered why discipline is the cornerstone of success? It's a question that's been asked time and time again, a topic that's been dissected by philosophers, life coaches, and successful individuals throughout history. Discipline, as we understand it, is the foundation upon which all achievement is built. It's the bridge between goals and accomplishments, the engine that drives personal growth and progress. Yet, despite its pivotal role, it's often overlooked in the pursuit of success. We're so engrossed in the end goal that we forget the significance of the journey, the importance of consistency, and the power of persistence, all of which are grounded in discipline. Discipline is not about punishment or deprivation. Rather, it's about self-control, about aligning our actions with our ambitions, about making conscious choices that lead us closer to our dreams. Now let's dive into how we can cultivate discipline in our lives. But first, what exactly do we mean when we say discipline? Well, discipline is a multifaceted concept that's all about self-control, consistency, and goal orientation. Let's start with self-control. It's the ability to govern and direct our actions, emotions, and urges, even when they conflict with our immediate desires. It's that internal voice that says, stay on track, when distractions beckon. But discipline isn't just about self-control, it's also about consistency. It's about doing what needs to be done, day in and day out, regardless of how we feel. It's about building habits that support our goals, and sticking to them consistently. Lastly, discipline is inherently tied to goal orientation. It's the fuel that drives us towards our objectives, the guiding force that helps us navigate through obstacles and stay focused on the end game. With a clear understanding of what discipline is, we can now proceed to how we can develop it. Step 1 in cultivating discipline is setting clear goals. Now, why is goal setting so crucial? You see, goals are the guiding stars on the voyage of self-improvement. They give us a clear sense of direction, helping us navigate the tumultuous seas of life's challenges. Without goals, our efforts to become disciplined can be likened to a ship sailing without a compass, aimless and destined to get lost. But it's not enough to just set goals. The key to effective goal setting is creating SMART goals. What's a SMART goal, you ask? It's an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down. Specific goals are clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, I want to read more, a specific goal might be, I want to read 1 book per month. This gives you a concrete target to aim for. Next, we have measurable goals. These are goals you can track and assess. To continue with our example, you could keep a log of the books you've read and check off each one as you finish it. Attainable goals are realistic and achievable. They're not pie-in-the-sky dreams, but concrete objectives you can work towards. If you've never read a book in your life, setting a goal to read War and Peace in a week might not be attainable. But setting a goal to read a short novel in a month? Now that's doable. Relevant goals align with your broader life objectives. If you're aiming to improve your English, reading books in English would be a relevant goal. Finally, time-bound goals have a deadline. This creates a sense of urgency and helps keep you motivated. For our reading goal, you might decide to read 1 book every month. Applying the SMART framework to your goal setting not only provides clarity, but also sets a solid foundation for discipline. With clear SMART goals, you're no longer wandering aimlessly. You're on a course charted for success. Remember, a disciplined life starts with clear, attainable goals. Moving on to step 2, establishing routines. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the power of routines. They are more than just a series of actions we perform regularly. Routines are the building blocks of discipline, the framework upon which we construct our goals and aspirations. Imagine routines as the rhythm of a well-orchestrated symphony, each beat, each note, and each pause working in harmony to create a beautiful piece of music. That's what routines do. They bring harmony to our lives, balancing our needs, wants, and duties in a rhythmic pattern that aids us in achieving our goals. Routines are not about repetition for the sake of repetition. They are about creating order out of chaos, about instilling predictability in the unpredictable. They are about crafting a personal rhythm that resonates with our goals and aligns with our values. But how do we establish routines? The first step is to identify your daily tasks, both big and small. Break down these tasks into manageable chunks and arrange them in a sequence that makes sense to you. The key here is consistency. Remember, the goal is to make these tasks habitual, almost second nature. The beauty of routines lies in their adaptability. They aren't set in stone. As our lives evolve, so too should our routines. They should be flexible enough to accommodate changes, yet sturdy enough to provide a sense of structure and stability. Now let's talk about the role of habits. Habits are routines that have become so ingrained in our psyche that they require little to no conscious thought. They are the autopilot mode of our lives. And here's the catch: habits can either make us or break us. Positive habits foster discipline, while negative habits can lead us astray. But the good news is, we have the power to choose our habits. By establishing positive routines, we can cultivate positive habits that reinforce discipline. So, the next time you find yourself wrestling with the chaos of life, remember, a well-established routine can be your lifeline. Routines, they are the backbone of discipline. The third step is embracing delayed gratification. Now, what exactly is delayed gratification? Well, it's the ability to resist the temptation for an immediate reward and wait for a more valuable reward in the future. It's like choosing to eat a healthy salad today, knowing your future self will thank you, rather than giving into the immediate pleasure of a juicy burger. This concept is an integral part of discipline. It's about having the strength to say no to instant gratification in pursuit of a more meaningful, long-term success. After all, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your discipline be. Let's consider some examples. Take a student studying for a major exam. They could watch TV now, which would be instantly gratifying, but they choose to study instead. This choice may not be as immediately satisfying, but it contributes to a much larger reward down the line: a good grade, a degree, a successful career. Or consider a person trying to save money. They could buy that shiny new gadget right now, but instead they choose to save, aiming for financial stability or a significant purchase in the future. Again, the immediate pleasure of a new purchase is enticing, but the potential for future security and success is much more rewarding. In both instances, the individuals are practicing delayed gratification. They're making choices that may not be immediately rewarding, but they're doing so with their eyes on the prize, the bigger, more fulfilling rewards of the future. But remember, embracing delayed gratification isn't about denying yourself all pleasures. It's about making conscious decisions, evaluating the trade-offs, and opting for choices that support your long-term goals over fleeting moments of satisfaction. In essence, delayed gratification is a test of your willpower, a measure of your self-control. It's about understanding that the best things in life are often worth waiting for, worth working for. Delayed gratification, it's the discipline of patience and persistence. So, how do we become disciplined? A question that we've been unraveling throughout this conversation. It's not an overnight process, it's a journey. A journey that begins with 3 pivotal steps. Remember the first one? Setting clear goals. It's about having a clear vision of what you want to achieve in your life. It's about pinpointing the destination before embarking on the journey. Clarity in goals provides a roadmap, and having that roadmap is like having a compass in the wilderness. It guides your actions, keeps you focused, and prevents you from straying. Then we moved on to the second step, establishing routines. Routines are the nuts and bolts of discipline. They're about doing what needs to be done, consistently, day in and day out. Whether it's studying for an hour each day, hitting the gym regularly, or simply making your bed every morning, these routines build the structure that supports discipline. They groom you into becoming the disciplined person you aspire to be. And finally, we talked about embracing delayed gratification. This is the ability to resist the lure of immediate pleasure in favor of long-term gain. Whether it's choosing salad over pizza, saving money instead of splurging, or studying instead of partying, delayed gratification is about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. It's about planting seeds today to reap the fruits tomorrow. Each of these steps is like a pillar, supporting the edifice of discipline. They're interconnected, and together, they form a stable structure that can withstand the winds of temptation and the storms of setbacks. Cultivating discipline is not about curtailing your freedom or living a rigid life. It's about channeling your energies in the right direction. It's about making choices that move you closer to your goals. It's about creating a life that you're proud of. Discipline, it's not just about control. It's about striving for a better, more successful life. And remember, the journey of discipline begins with a single step.